Yay! Okay, we're recording. It's official. We're back. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in so long. Well, I mean, I did see just a few of you just this past week, but it has been so long, I feel like, since our last team call, and I'm so excited to be back. I've missed you guys like crazy. I don't know what it is. I thought maybe we all needed a break, and I'm sure it's been really good. It's been nice, but I'll tell you what, there's just something special about getting together with you guys on Monday nights, and so I hope that maybe you guys will be ready to kind of dive back in, and go with the flow now. I think as we're heading into the fall, it'll be a little bit easier to kind of get adjusted to our new schedule. But stay tuned, and I'll keep you posted, and I'll let you know what that looks like. But tonight, you guys, I'm just so excited. Coming out of Summit, there is just nothing like Summit. Being in Nashville with 25,000 Beachbody coaches, and yes, at times it's overwhelming, but it's overwhelming in such a great way because that's 25,000 people who are committed to helping other people experience life change, and there's just nothing like that. And to surround yourself in that kind of an environment is phenomenal. And we cannot stress enough. I know you'll hear from Brittany and Trish and Kayla as soon as Kayla gets on, but you'll hear from them tonight just in just a minute. Their experience of Summit and what a difference it made for them coming back, and what that looks like for them. But I can't encourage you enough that if you have not bought your ticket for Summit next year, it's in New Orleans, July 13th through the 16th, and it is worth every single penny. I mean, I can't exaggerate. Plus, a lot of us have gotten hotel rooms so we can split up, and if we don't do hotel rooms, we're thinking about getting a big old Airbnb house, but we'll see. So we're all gonna collaborate, don't worry, and we'll all be together some way, somehow. So with lodging will be inexpensive because we will all be together and split the cost. So if that's a problem or if that's an issue, don't even worry, we'll make it happen, but just get to Summit. It's so important to be there next year. Okay, so I'm gonna let them take this away. The only other announcement that I have, and I really want you guys to participate in this, is Sunday night. So a week from yesterday, this upcoming Sunday, we are going to do a business opportunity call. I will host that, and Trisha will help co-host that too as well. And so we're going to do this business opportunity call. So please, this week, make sure that you are inviting the people in your life who you feel like would make great coaches. I definitely want you to invite them to this call. So it's going to be a simple 30, no more than 45-minute call where we will explain what coaching looks like on a very basic level. We'll go through all of the basics and just the foundational things to coaching, and so they can get a really good idea of what coaching looks like. And it's just a really good opportunity for whether you're a brand new coach or a veteran coach and you do desire to build a team. This is a great thing to just say, hey, you know what? My friend is hosting a call that explains what I'm doing as a coach, and I'd love to invite you to just listen into this live call and see, maybe this is a good fit for you. And so that's what this is for. Take full advantage this week. Make sure that you're inviting like crazy this week, and get as many people on this call as you can. This is for your benefit, and it's going to be so fun. It's going to be good. So that's going to be this upcoming Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So definitely be mindful of the time zone as well. So other than that, I will come back and talk a little bit after I have the girls say a quick word, and we'll dive into, I've got 4 points tonight that are going to help you make August your absolute best month of your business ever, ever, ever. And I'm so excited because I believe it's going to be an amazing month. Beachbody has set us up really well. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let Brittany take it away. I'm going to let her start. And I've just asked them to share, Brittany, Trisha, and Kayla, I'm going to ask them to share a little bit about their Summit experience and just really what is their greatest takeaway and kind of anything that they want to share about it. That's what I've asked them to do. So I'm going to mute myself. And Brittany, go ahead, take it away.
All right. So it keeps telling me that my internet's a little unstable. So if it gets crazy, just write something in the chat for me, please. Okay. So this was my third summit that I was fortunate enough to attend. And it's honestly, it's something that you just have to do it. You've just got to go. It doesn't matter. I think the coolest part about Summit is that you're going to see from like all walks of life. You're going to see bikini models like doing a bikini contest on like Friday night. You're going to see like that extreme of like bodybuilding, and you're going to see all the way to like someone's old elderly mom like walking around just because she drinks shakes and she wanted to come to the convention. You know, like you have so many ranges of people there and coaches, and it's just so like awe-inspiring to be there and to actually witness how huge this network really is. I think the biggest takeaways I want to talk about are some things that I think our team could truly benefit from in terms of just getting out there, getting into it, and kind of just not having so much fear about, you know, what do I post about or what am I supposed to do? Because the reality is fitness, if there's one thing I've learned in my time, it's fitness and your business, and I'm even going to venture to say your faith, are all parallel. They all are parallel. How you are acting in your fitness is a direct reflection of how you're acting in your business. And I really want you to soak that in. I really want you to think about that. If you have not been drinking your shakes, if you have not been preparing healthy meals for your family or trying to consider the nutrition that's going into your body, if you haven't been hydrating on a daily basis and working on making sure that water is a priority for you, not soda and pop and all that good stuff, if you have not been pressing play or even just getting outside and getting active, if you haven't been doing that, I'm going to also venture to say that you haven't been working your business either, because they're so parallel. And the better you are in your fitness, the better you are in your business. So one of the key things that was spoken about, one of the coaches said, whenever a coach comes to her and they're having a one-on-one and her coach says, you know, I just don't know what to post about. And like, I mean, show of hands, like, how many times have either you said that or your downline has said that to you? Somebody has said that, right? I just don't know what to post about. What am I supposed to talk about? She said the answer that she always comes back with is she asks, what is lacking in your business? What is lacking? There's something lacking. And she said one of two things immediately is lacking, either your workouts or your personal development. One of the two. If your workouts are lacking, of course you have nothing to talk about because you're not working out. You're not being able to share our products, right? If your personal development is lacking, then you have nothing inspiring to tell people, because when I'm reading my personal development, I mean, I'm highlighting like, oh my gosh, highlight right there. That's a post you can make. You can take WordPress and you can, not WordPress, Word Swag, and you can take that quote, you can even, quote who it's from, create a little image, and there you go. That's an easy post. So I really wanted to touch on that because I think that that's something that hinders and stops a lot of coaches on our team, is that we don't know what to talk about. And then my favorite line, my favorite like hashtag or line from the whole thing was, don't be a holder backer. Don't be a holder backer. The business can't go forward if you are crawling. You can walk and your upline can hold your hand and walk with you. You can run, you can sprint, you can do that, but you simply cannot crawl, because once you crawl, your upline coach is going to go on without you, not because they don't love you, but because they can't crawl. And if any of you were following the weekend and got to see, the very closing ceremony with Melanie Mitro and her team, guys, it's not her that's standing on that stage by herself. They don't pull her up there and say, look at what you've done, Melanie. They pull the dream team on the stage and they say, look what all of you have done. And so if you're crawling, and I say this with all the love in my heart, but if you're crawling, you're hurting Team 180. You're not just hurting Team 180, but you're also hurting Team Iron. There's a bigger picture than just you and not being able to post or being able to think about, what to talk about on social media. So I am challenging all of you in August to just get out of that comfort zone, reach for it, get back into your fitness, guys. Just press play, figure out a program to take yourself through August, commit to that program, commit to the Challenge Tracker app and track your shakes, even if you have to do a little group by yourself and just to make sure you're tracking it on your own time. But guys, it's just unacceptable to be an active coach in this business, but to not be actively pursuing your own fitness. So don't be a holder backer. Don't crawl. Work on your fitness. There you go.
Awesome.
Sorry, I was saying you're good, Trish. You're good. That was awesome, Britt. Thank you. You nailed it. You nailed it. It's so true. Okay. Sorry. Can you hear me, Trish?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let you take that away. My screen just went.
Sorry. Kayla's here, so I didn't know if you wanted her to go first.
Yes, I do want Kayla to go. Kayla.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to let you take the floor, my friend.
Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
There she is.
Sorry, I was having a little bit of technical difficulties and my phone wouldn't do anything. So I was freaking out just a little bit. So this was my very first summit. And the way that I got involved with it was my coach, Brittany, talking about her experience and having so much fun. I probably was maybe not even a month in or a possible month in, and I decided to get the tickets because it sounded like a blast. So that's how I went. Are we still good? Yes. Yes. Okay. So I'm really glad that I stuck with it and I went this year. I slacked quite a bit. I wasn't doing very good at the job. I got really down on myself. And so I know that a lot of you might be in the same boat that I am. I'm wanting to get out of that boat and swim, and I feel like I'm going to be successful this month. So I kind of went about it with, I don't know if you can see my board, I kind of went a little overboard with everything. But I kind of broke it out between how valuable Summit was to me was between family and myself and the business. So with family, what I learned was that you have to have balance. If there's no balance, then there's no business. You're not going to be successful. You have to communicate. And that's kind of what's been very hard. I've been, between my full-time job, between family, between Beachbody, I felt like I was pulled in so many different directions. I didn't feel like I was being effective at anything, and I let Beachbody drop. You have to set business hours. That was one thing that they stressed repeatedly is you have to have your set business hours. And that gives you family time. You have to involve your family. If you don't involve your family, they're going to see Beachbody as something negative. And I learned that how much Beachbody truly cares about all of us, about everyone. For myself, I learned I need to lean in when times get tough. I need to be patient. The business, it's going to take time to build up. I learned that I'm not alone. I learned to be more confident in myself. I learned that I needed to jump out of the box, get out of the comfort zone, and don't be afraid. As far as the business, they stressed during this summit that you are your CEO. If you don't push yourself, you're not going to go anywhere. Everyone needs to share your story, the good, the bad, and everything doesn't have to be rosy. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you fail at something isn't working for you, share it. It's okay. Be authentic and, blaze your own trail. Another thing that I know I've been really bad about is even if someone is just liking something that you post, reply to it. Don't just let it go. Communication is key. Again, be the proof and make sure you have fun. So I'm good.
Yay, Kayla, that was awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. I tell you what, it's so much fun. There's nothing like doing business with friends from all across the country and then getting together and being able to talk in person and share meals. And, it's awesome. Kayla, I'm so glad you were there, and I can't wait for next year. It's going to be awesome. But we'll start with this month. We're going to just tackle this month, 1 month at a time. So thank you so much for speaking. That was awesome. And I'm going to mute myself, and Trisha, I'm going to unmute you. So take it away, my friend.
Okay, I have a couple things, so I'm going to do my best to keep it within a few minutes. The first thing I want to talk about is that if I were to sum up all of Summit, the things that stuck out to me the most are
I'd put this in a category, things that we should be doing, but we tend to put off. And it's not that they're projects, because we do have to be strategic about starting projects at specific times so we can just stick to the basics. But these are things that are crucial to our business that we tend to procrastinate with. And I know I do, and I feel like I've had other people say to me simple things. So a couple of examples are email connection, just getting people's emails on a daily basis. And you can go about different ways of doing that when you do your freemiums, collecting emails, and actually starting an email list. Because now that we're learning how important it is to have our own blog or our website, we need those emails, because if Facebook ever died, what would we do? We need those emails. Things like doing our own research on a daily basis. Since I started my health journey a couple years ago, I've always told myself, learn one new thing a day. And that's what got me where I am and why I keep growing. And so it's doing the research and doing the research for ourselves, but our customers as well. Things like going live, pushing ourselves to get on video, downloading Snapchat, which I'm total victim to not do. I say victim because I feel like it's a crime to not have to do another social media, but it's important because that's what's up and coming. And if this is a flat out business, it's not always about what we want to do and what we feel like doing and not feel like doing. Think about if you were at your 9-to-5 job or your whatever job, we have to do what we have to do. And this kind of just seems to be one of those things. So Snapchat. And joining the national wake-up calls, that tends to be something I procrastinate on myself, and I'm sure that many others do. I have, since I decided to give this a go in November, I put Team 180 at the forefront, not missing calls. But I'm not as good with the national wake-up call. So just really making sure that if we can't be on, we actually listen to the recording. So these all kind of fall under that category. Things that we should be doing on a daily or weekly basis, and we tend to put off. But I feel like they're crucial. And this quote that someone said at the conference, I can't remember who, kind of falls in there. There will never be a time you can stop inviting, ever, in this business. And so that's something that is very easy to let go, but inviting is how we grow. And then I love this one. I thought this one was really cool. The world will not end if you put yourself first once in a while. And I love that because too often we push ourselves to the side to do for others, and especially moms. And I see that all the time with moms, and it's so easy to forget yourself because you're trying to take care of everyone else. And even if you're not a mom, it's just very easy to do. You're taking, you want to get the laundry done and, the chores and the housework, but the housework's always going to be there. So sometimes I think remembering and reminding ourselves, maybe put that on a plaque, write it on a piece of paper with a Sharpie. We always have to make a little bit of time for ourselves, especially if we want to grow in this business. And then the last thing, they compared chronic coaching versus grinding and unwinding. And I really liked that because what they listed, chronic coaching is never shutting down, getting overwhelmed, having frustration with family because they're not understanding you. You're not, you want your time and you don't have time to give them. You're scattered all over the place. You're not organized. And you're just kind of working sporadically. You have no schedule. And grinding and unwinding is when you're highly focused. You work intensely, but you're calm. You know what you're doing, but you go hard at it. You're setting some office hours for yourself. You're not allowing distractions. So when I work on my blog, I take myself to the coffee shop. I decided I needed to do that. I knew that that's the only way to get it done for me. And it's been helpful. Sit there for an hour and then get it done and go. And following a business plan. So the chronic coaching is when we all decide to give up. When we on that coach, this was exactly what I needed to push me even harder because the last 2 years I knew I should have gone and I just didn't believe in myself. And it's just too hard and they get stuck and then that's it. And that leads me to the last thing that Gary Vee said, and I love it, and I mentioned it earlier, but we all have a lack of patience. And I feel like that is so important for all of us. This isn't just meant for Lindsay Matways and Janelle Summers and Christine Guires and Christina Delgado's and those 7-star. It's not meant for them. It's for all of us. Sometimes I feel like it gets to the point where we're like, look at that person. How can we be that person? Or we say, I'm going to do that. I am going to be there, but we're falsely saying it. When are we going to really say it to ourselves that this career is for all of us and each of us can do exactly what they're doing? And that's it.
That is awesome. Thank you. There's a lot. I know our lists are long, and coming out of Summit, I mean, we have like 3 to 4 full days of just like straight up training and content. And so these are just snippets of things that we learned. So I would just encourage you, from the notes you just took, find like 2 or 3 things that really stuck out to you and highlight those. And that's what I want you to focus on. I don't want you to feel like you have to like digest everything that you've heard just now in the last 15 minutes. I want you to just, take away the few things that really were a lot, meant a lot to you in your business where you're at right now. And just focus on that. Because I know it's a lot of information. It can get overwhelming, but listen, well, first of all, I just want to talk about the month of August. So thank you, Trish, for your input. I appreciate that so much. It's just so fun to all learn together. It's crazy. It's just crazy how pumped up you get after Summit. But so I just want to really quickly, I want to share about August and what makes August so special and why we're amping up for a really good month. So Beachbody has set us up really, really well. You guys, a lot of you know this. If you haven't heard some of the news, that's okay. I'm just going to reiterate it really quickly, and we're going to just cover it so that you know exactly what to expect. But number one, first of all, we've got all of our challenge packs are on sale this month, which is insane. They've literally never, ever done this before. And so it's really exciting because I know that now, anytime we have something on sale, I always mention, you can get this program for $10 with Shakeology, because all of the challenge packs are going to be discounted at $140 for the workout program and Shakeology. And so the program literally ends up being $10. So that is such a great way to really get people plugged in. It's a little bit cheaper so that they can afford it and then get plugged into you. So knowing that sets us up really well. That alone could set us up really well for a great month. But in addition to that, Beachbody is also releasing a brand new fitness yoga program. And I say fitness yoga because they wanted to make sure that this was very much just straight up pure yoga, but there was no there's not like a spiritual side to this yoga. It's going to be yoga, like the very traditional yoga, but it's going to be very just simple. Like everything's up against a white backdrop. And so you're literally just focusing on the moves that you're doing. And it's powerful. It's for anybody who's new to fitness. It's for anybody who's wanted to dabble into yoga, but they just weren't sure where to start. But it's also it sounds like it's going to be a great challenge for anybody who enjoys yoga regularly. So it's a 3-week program, 30 minutes a day, and it's free for anybody who has the club membership. And when people purchase challenge packs, you get 30 days free of a trial run for the club membership, which is going to include this brand new 3-week yoga program. And so super, super cool about that. Obviously, Country Heat was just released. So this is our brand new line dancing workout. I say line dancing, but Autumn Calabrese kind of didn't want it to be called like a line dancing workout. She kind of wanted it to just be more of like a country workout. But she claims that it works really good, and I've seen people have great results with it. So if you enjoy dancing, you like country music, that's definitely something that you'd probably enjoy. So that's also available for $140 in a challenge pack, which is really cool. But here's what's really cool, and I want you to catch this. I did a video, but I'm going to just say it again because it is so cool. But Beachbody's doing what they call a health bet. So it's called the Beachbody Health Bet. And what they're doing is they're literally betting. They're going to put, Beachbody themselves are going to put $1 million in a pot, okay, to start. Like that's the base, $100 million. Can you imagine? We'd all be rich. $1 $1 million. And what's going to happen is every challenge pack that is sold in the month of August, there $5 from that challenge pack is going to go into the pot as well. So the pot is going to grow massively, massively. And any of your customers who purchase a challenge pack are going to be entered into the pot. Now, what makes them eligible to get a piece of that pot is if they join your challenge group from September 4th to, I think it's October 2nd or 3rd, I believe, one of those dates. Okay, thank you. October 2nd. They need to go through the 4-week program. They need to be a part of your challenge tracker app, and they need to track 3 workouts per week and 5 Shakeologies per week. So for 4 weeks, if they do 3 workouts a week and 5 Shakeologies a week, they are eligible to get a piece of that pot. And here's the deal. Like, we don't know what that number is going to be. We don't know what the pot is going to end up at. And so our customers, we don't even know if they are eligible and they meet all of those requirements. They could get a $2 check, but they could also get like a $60 check at the end of the 4 weeks. We don't know what that's going to look like. So they could truly get paid to work out, which is insane. And we've never done this before either. So it's a crazy cool opportunity, super fun way to get people plugged in. And so I would highly recommend that you do this, that you encourage your customers and get them plugged in this month. We've got great opportunities for them. And I will just tell you real quick, because I was talking to Jessica this morning on the phone too, just to give you an idea of what I'm going to do. And Jessica, this is sort of similar to what I mentioned, but I kind of changed my mind today. So I'm glad, glad we had that talk. I'm going to, instead of hosting a challenge group for the month of August, I'm going to wait until September 4th and start on September 4th. So that means that all month long, I'm going to be promoting my September 4th group, getting people plugged in with challenge packs to that group, which means that I'll hit Success Club for August and then start my September off with the rest of the Beachbody Network. And so if you are starting a first challenge group or considering starting a group, it's going to be a really easy setup to follow Beachbody this next month and get Success Club for August. So that's an idea. You do not have to do it that way. I'll be running a couple free week-long groups just this month just to get people plugged in, which I know Jessica and I talked about that as well. So running a free group this month could be beneficial to you to get people plugged in and then have them sign up for the big Mamma Jamma on September 4th and potentially get paid at the end of the month. Kind of cool. All right, so really quickly, I'm not even going to take much time, I promise. I just want to give you four
sense. Just do it. You've got nothing to lose. Like,
oh, who's that? I don't know who that is. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to go down the line. Really quick, some calls to action, I guess, and just something to really challenge you with for this month. I think I want to simplify it. So you've heard a lot of really great information from the other coaches tonight. And if you're going, oh my gosh, there's so much to think about and so much to consider for August, but I really want to make August successful, follow these 4 things. You ready? I'm just going to give them to you real quick. Number 1, you've got to make a plan. So if you don't have a plan for this month already, you've got to make a plan. And I would even do that tonight before you go to bed or wake up early and make this plan for the month of August. If you plan for it, you can plan to be successful. So what am I talking about when I say make a plan? I'm talking about plan out your challenge groups. If you're going to do a free group or 2, plan that out. Set a goal for how many Success Club points you plan to earn. Make a plan for that. Make a plan. And so you have something that you're working towards. You're not just shooting the breeze and hoping that something, throw in whatever they say, spaghetti on the wall. I don't even know what the phrase is. Something crazy like that. Throwing food up against the wall, hoping it sticks. So plan for Success Club points, and then also create a list of names. Have a plan in place to be presenting the business to people this month. If you are in a position to where you do want to grow and build your team right now, then you need to be working off of a list. That's part of your plan. So that, and I'm not even going to say anything other than that. That's what all I'll say for making a plan. Plan out challenge groups, plan out Success Club points, and then plan out who you're going to be presenting the business to. Number 2 is, and this is very simple, commit to sharing every day. So for the month of August, if you have in your coaching career, if you have missed a day here or missed a day there or missed a weekend here, make August the very first time in your business that you don't miss a day. Okay. So this is, what do I want you to do? I want you to commit to sharing every day on social media. So even if that just means one time a day, guys, that's totally cool. One time a day, you don't feel like you have to post 7 times a day. Please don't feel like that'll spend your time posting 1 time a day or 2, and then spend the rest of your work time connecting with people behind the scenes. Your job is not to post amazing social media content and then hope and pray that everybody's going to just be attracted to your social media content. 10% of your time needs to be spent on social media. The rest of your time needs to be spent behind the scenes, talking to people, checking in on your customers, checking in on people that you're building relationships with. You need to commit to sharing. If you have a blog or website, I want to challenge you this month, blog more than you ever have. Post on your website more than you ever have and direct all traffic there. Commit to sharing daily by going live on Facebook. I'm freaking some of you guys out. Jamie's going, yeah. Guys, Facebook Live obviously is where it's at this right now in this season. And if you're a brand new coach, don't freak out. It's all good. You don't have to go Facebook Live. That's not a requirement of coaching, but we just recommend, if you want to make more of an engagement and more of a connection with your following, Facebook Live is a great way if you feel confident in doing that. And you don't even have to feel confident. Just do it. Get crazy. Just kidding. But if you're ready, do it. That's my challenge for you. Number 3 is get creative. So creatively bring value to people. It doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be a fitness fact. Get creative in the way that you do this. So for example, here are some ways that I get creative. Like this month, second week of this month, I'm going to do a 5-day, 5 a.m. club challenge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite as many people as possible to join me for a week, where we're going to all commit to getting up at 5 a.m. We're going to check in with each other at 5, and we're going to get a workout done early. We're going to, do whatever it is that we know. If I got up early and did this, I think my week would look a lot different, or my day would look a lot different. Simple. It's not even a big deal. Like holding people accountable to getting up at 5 a.m. Is it life-changing? Maybe, but more than likely not. But it's a great way to get people plugged into something different, and just give them support in their daily life to help them do more than they can do right now. Okay. And then, another thing, just creatively bringing value to people. When I'm talking to people about my challenge groups or about coaching or anything that would get them plugged in, if they say no, it's not a good time, I can't financially afford it, or I just, maybe next month or maybe next year, I don't know. I say, hey, that's totally cool. I'm excited to, have this connection. I'd love to just send you a free PDF of some of my favorite crockpot recipes for the weekend or for the week, just to, give you something to use. And hopefully that'll help you make your life a little bit easier this week. And I'm looking forward to connecting in the future. Like, so simple. Bring value to people. Show them that, hey, I would love to do business with you, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here to help you get healthy. And then I'm using Trish as an example because today she did a video, and or maybe it was last night, did a video just offering if somebody purchased a challenge pack, that she would offer them a free 45-minute consultation talking to them about how to eat holistically and naturally and how to get them started. And that's brilliant. What a great way to get creative and use your strengths. And you may be thinking, I don't cook, or I don't really know how to eat healthy yet. I'm just beginning. And so don't even worry about it. We can discuss it. You can discuss it with your upline, maybe something that you can offer people or something that you can give of value. Just get creative. Don't do the norm. Get creative. A suggestion is to do a live workout with people. That's fun. That's creative. That's a great way to connect. Do a live workout with people once a week. Invite people to your house or your garage. You can do a shake and share. Invite some friends over, some people who you think would be interested. Just have a hangout and make Shakeology for them. See if they like it. Okay. So that's number 3. That's just creatively bring value to people in the month of August. And it doesn't even have to be like a fancy PDF. It can be something so simple. Okay. Something so simple as like writing on their Facebook wall and letting them know, hey, I just want you to know you are you have always inspired me in health and fitness. You've always made a difference. You've made an impact in my life because you've always been really consistent. And I just wanted to say thank you and say it publicly, something creative that's going to bring value to their life. Number 4, and this is it. This is the final one. And all I have to say about this one is I want to encourage you that for the entire month of August, that you just don't stop, that you just don't give up, that there's not a day in August that you say, you know what, I just don't feel like it today. I don't feel like showing up. I don't feel like posting. I don't feel like checking in. I don't feel like doing my workout. That the month of August would be for you personally, the month that you push yourself to do the things that you normally would say, not today, but that it would be a different day every day for the month of August. Because if you do this, if you'll just get in that habit, imagine what September and October and November and December are going to look like, totally different. And every single day matters. Every day matters in our business. Even the rest days, even the days that we take for our family because we have that luxury to do as coaches, every single day matters. And so we got to show up and we got to be there. Another point is just that your routine is inspiring more people than you'll ever know. And I wanted you to know that. Like, I think you've heard that before, I'm sure, but I want you to remind you that you showing up every day is inspiring more people than you really will truly ever know. You just have no idea how deep your roots are growing and how far and how wide that investment that you make, even though it may seem small and even though you may not get very many likes on the photo and you may not get any shares or comments, it's going a lot further than you realize. And I don't want you to give up. I kid you not, this week I've had conversations with people who have said, I've literally watched you from the beginning and I'm so glad that you're doing this. And I just, I'd love to get plugged in. I'd love to get connected to this or even, coaches. There's girls who are interested in coaching who, said no to me 2 years ago, but now they're like, hey, you know what? This may be something and I may be interested. And so you got to understand that if you quit, you're always going to be quitting short of helping change somebody else's life. And I don't want you to miss out on that. And then finally, the very last thing, and I'm going to let you guys go, is that it's not the most skilled coaches who are the most successful. It's not the most skilled coaches who are the most successful. It's the most consistent coaches who are successful in this business. You can be the most skilled person, but if you show up randomly, if you are scattered in when you decide to bring value to people, if you are not reliable, it doesn't matter how skilled you are. It doesn't matter how wonderful of a speaker you are on Facebook Live or how much you know. It's the people who are the most consistent, who show up, who have days where, you know what? Well, that content wasn't super valuable, but it was honest and it was true and it was inspiring because you've just now shared your heart with somebody who really needed to hear it, maybe even more than you do, And so just understand and remember that it's not the most skilled, it's the most consistent. So don't stop. Show up every day for the month of August. And I know that if you'll invest in this month, especially since Beachbody has set us up so well, if you'll invest in this month, it will pay you back big time. We're almost about to get into the new school year, new routine. People are ready to get back into routine. Teachers are getting ready to go back to school. Kids are getting ready. So I just want to encourage you, use that as the time to say, you know what, let me help you. Let me make your life easier as the craziness is about to start back up. I'm here for you. You can, hey, write handwritten notes to people. Hey, I just want you to know, I know everything's coming, school year's coming. I know that last year maybe was a tough year for you. I just want to send you a note of encouragement and let you know that I'm here. If you ever need anything, I'm here. Connect with people, get creative. But I know that you guys are going to have the best month ever this month. And I just am excited to see you guys soar. I'm excited to hear the stories of the people that you're working with and helping. And I'm just looking forward to this month. It's going to be really, really good. So I will let you guys go. I've kept you a little bit longer than I wanted to, but that's it. Number 1, make a plan. Number 2, commit to sharing daily. Number 3, creatively bring value. And number 4, don't stop. So that is it, my friends. I appreciate you being on live. If you're watching the recording, thank you so much. Make sure that you tag your coaches in this video so that they can see it as well. Go get your summit ticket if you don't have it yet. And make sure to take notes. If you need to listen to this a second time, take notes and highlight 2 to 3 things that have been helpful for you and focus on those. So if you have any questions, please let me know. But remember, we're going to meet this upcoming Sunday night for a business opportunity call. So invite all week long. Get your list together. Let them know it's going to be at 8:30, and I'll post the link next weekend for the call. So, all right, you guys, I love you all dearly. Mwah. Go enjoy the rest of your evening, and I just appreciate you guys so much. Let's go make August the best ever. All right, love you all. Have a good one. Bye.